Page 40, Menuetto, Opus 38. OP is short for opus. That's just a numbering system, a way of cataloging music from a composer as it's published. Not as it's written, but as it's published. A menuetto is just a little minuet. A minuet, remember, is something in 3 or 4 times, sort of like a waltz. Yeah. Now on page 39, they give you a list of things they want you to do. But I pretty much cover these things for the most part in the process I go through to learn a piece of music. So I'm not going to cover page 39. If you have questions, you can let me know. But I'm just going to do the process I normally use to learn a piece of music, and we'll get through most of that. I look it over. It's about a page long. The clef signs are treble and bass clef. There's no sharps or flats in the key signature. This is in the key of C major. So do the scale and arpeggio for C major and A minor, because A minor has no sharps or flats. 3/4 time signature, which makes sense. It's a menuetto, which is a small minuet. There, 3/4 time. Right hand first. I want a fingering that lets me connect the notes if I can get it. We're going to start with their fingering. We'll see how it goes. It's here. Thumb comes down. And just reach up a little more. And reach up with some more. Now, if you can't reach this, you can go ahead and use 4th finger. But make sure you use thumb for the C, whether it's 3rd or 4, whichever. I don't know how big your hands are. Here. Here in the natural crossover. Measure 8. They don't need the natural sign. It's a natural anyway. It's a courtesy sign. They're just making sure play natural here. Don't think that if the natural were not there, it would be a sharp. That's the problem. It's not. It's a natural whether there's a natural sign there or not. And then measure 9 is similar to the beginning. Just get a little fancier. Now, last 2 measures. 2, 4, 3. Here. And that works. Left hand, let's see what it's doing. Got 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 1. 2, 3, reach up. Measure 5 is here. And they say measure 6 a 1. This is to prepare for what's coming. The problem is you're out of position with a 1. So I'm recommending a 2. 2 puts you in position for the rest of the line. Because you need a thumb on the G a little later, so just save that. So measure 5 again, stretch it, just 2, to put 2 on that. And then you're in position. Then cross over and do it again. I'll measure 12. 2 and I use 4th finger on the B because that's the fingering for the chord. That's all that is a chord. So I use 4 on that. Some teachers teach 3, but I don't. I teach 4. And thumb. And again, 2 again. So the left hand works out. Now we'll put them together, and I'll hesitate, but that's okay. I just want to know how the hands are working together. We're here and here. And here. And here. And up here. Now here, thumb and left hand. So I go through and I put the hands together. Then I'll go back over it just a few measures at a time and get rid of any hesitations. No hesitations. Keep it slow if you have to, but no hesitations. And once I can do that, I'll add the articulation, which they don't give us much. A few slurs here and there. This other notes at the beginning, they don't tell us anything. Well, in that case, you do anything you want. Well, try and stay within the mood of the piece. And generally here, we're probably going to connect these. Lift up here, lift up, connect the whole second line. They give slurs in measure 6 and 7. I don't know why. I'd slur them anyway. So what's the point? Well, if you're adventurous and you want to try other things, staccato maybe. When they give you a slur, it takes it away. Now you don't have a choice. You have to slur those 2 notes. get a staccato there and measure 8. So I might put in the phrasing, which on the first line and the third line would be every 2 measures. But on the second and fourth is probably connect the whole line together. Yeah, that's interpretation. You have to decide on how you want to do it. And the left hand, I would disconnect these. When the notes are farther away, I disconnect them. And they give you a staccato, they measure 8. But the 8th notes measure 10, I'd connect those. That's just a way of interpreting it. You don't have to do that. You can connect them all if you want. But in going from measure 2 to 3, I'm lifting up here for the phrase, I'm connecting that. Both hands staccato measure 8. Measured 9, lift up. I'm doing the same in the left. Lift up, lift up, here. At the end, try and connect them if you can. You can't, but do the best you can. And then the dynamics, that applies to the melody. In this case, it's going to be the right hand. Moderately soft, mezzo piano. This needs to be soft. Moderately loud. Now loud. Come down a little bit, about moderately loud. And then third line, moderately soft again. And then moderately loud. And then the last line is loud again. That's the right hand. The left hand just stays out of the way. Then the speed. Well, just a nice gentle 1, 2, 3, like a waltz sort of thing. Whatever it is. It needs to be accurate. So if you're having problems with the 8th notes, slow it down. They need to be even, controlled. And then the last measure, that note's by itself. Rest, if you can. I tend to want to hang on to the right hand. And that's not what's written. You need to lift up. They have some questions at the bottom of the page. You can go ahead and do those. If you have any questions about them, let me know, and I'll see if I can help you out with them. Just keep in mind what the book calls a minim, we call a half note. What the book calls a crotchet, we call a quarter note. Keep that in mind.